Man, Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Rakta Yahweh, Rakta Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, must teach to the brothers, teach the word. For hopeful elect families. Just gonna get right into it, talking about the harlot, America. You know, got some information to mention too if you brothers want to jump in. Today's supposed to be so-called, 4th of July?
Yeah.
Supposed to represent independence from America, which America is not independent. It's controlled by the elite system, the banker families, Rothschilds, what else they call themselves? Elites, Illuminati, globalists, Zionists, you know, all that. So basically everybody think America is an independent country, state, whatever, like it's operating on its own, but you know, it's not, man. They had the 1776, which that was supposed to be year of independence. They never broke up from Britain, or Great Britain, or England, where the Rothschilds are. That's who controls this whole place, man. The EU, European Union, NATO, you know, North Alliance Treaty Organization. So this is America is a system based on harlotry. That's why it's nothing but consumerism here. It's nothing but selling goods, trades, imports and exports and all that. Because America just used as a harlot. But this America gonna be destroyed pretty soon, man. The pimp is no longer gonna need that harlot, man. Like the money ain't coming in no more. That's why they shutting this shit down. It's going cashless, you know. Because the shit ain't, the American dollar is no good no more, man. Everybody, the harlot is getting exposed, dried out. America's gonna be destroyed. The Most High is gonna allow her to be destroyed because Most High hates this place, man.
Yeah, America's foundation is witchcraft, you know.
Yep.
And being that the Most High is setting up his men, Yahweh Shai is returning. You know, all that witchcraft doesn't have that much power anymore.
Yeah.
They're losing their power. Satan's not dealing with them like they want, like he once was.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's Revelation 1:17.
No, 17:1.
17:1. Sorry. And there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore.
The judgment of the great whore, that's ultimately the missiles coming, man. But she's slowly going down right now, man. You know, nobody's finding value in this place no more. Go ahead.
To show thee unto the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
Go ahead.
With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
Yeah, they do goods here. You know, her delicacies, her dainties. They come in here and they do trade, business, set up their stores in the neighborhoods. Basically, it's used. Jake is being used mainly as what do you call it? The main consumer, man, to keep this place running. You know. Go ahead.
With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
So they keep. This harlot keeps Jake in slavery while using this money for these other nations, man. Because this harlot got to report back to the beast. You know what I'm saying? Trump is set up by these Illuminati people, man. These banking families, man. No harlot. America is no good without the elite system, the banking system. Go ahead.
And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
Yep, all these philosophies, man. They drinking out Christianity, do as thou wilt. You know, you could be whatever you want to be. The American dream. A boy could be a girl could be a boy.
Feminism,
women's liberation, education. All this bullshit is not aligned with the Most High and His scriptures and the commandments. That's why this place is done, man. No moralism. Go ahead.
So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast.
Yeah, that beast is NATO, EU, whatever you want to call it, is the power system that controls this harlot, that the harlot rides upon. Go ahead.
Full of names of blasphemy,
yep,
having 7 heads and 10 horns.
So the 7 heads is what? Spain, France, Germany, major, minor, so forth, you know what I'm saying? Spanish, you know, go ahead. The Greeks, go ahead.
And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colored.
Yeah, that purple represents royalty. She lived delicious. She's rich as hell. Well, not now. you know. But the banking people themselves, they rule the world. They got gold under their what do you call it? Their bunkers and their underground places, man. Go ahead.
And decked with gold and precious stones
Yep.
and pearls,
Yep.
having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations.
Full of abominations. All that she carries is all this so-called beauty that people see in America is really abomination. It's really filthy, wickedry, and harlotry, hoardism, man. And the Most High is getting to lift her skirt up. It's like it's being lifted now. You know, go ahead.
Having a golden cup in her hand,
Yep.
full of abominations
Yep.
and filthiness of her fornication.
Filthiness of a fornication. Go ahead.
And upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great.
Yeah, it's a mystery because you think Babylon is destroyed. It was destroyed back then, but it's a mystery Babylon today, which is America. You know, because this is a place of confusion. Like we said, boy is a girl, girl's boy, transgender. What the hell is that? You can't transform the natural origin of a human and say this. Now they moving into what do you call it? When they try to make robots with humans.
Transhumanism.
Transhumanism.
Yep.
Putting a chip in your damn brain or your right hand or your whatever they put it, man. That's all hell out wicked, man. Go ahead.
And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon
Yep.
the Great, the mother of harlots.
The mother of harlots. This is the place where people come to be a harlot at, man. Like we mentioned those Arabs and shit, man. They come over here just to be harlots, man. You know, showing their ass. You walk up the street, you'll see a woman with her ass hanging out, titties hanging out. Harlots, man, and selling themselves. You know, no supervision from a man or a father. That's gone. So our women out there on the streets, you know, being harlots. Go ahead.
And abominations of the earth.
And abominations of the earth, man. That's 5, right? Yep. Keep going.
And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints.
Yeah, because that's who she hates. The saints that's for the Most High. And some of us gonna have to become martyrs, man. You know, and die for this truth. With our blood upon her, man. Go ahead.
Since the beginning, the blood of the saints, you know, the Israelites,
Yeah.
going back to Gad, up to now to slavery, Jim
Yeah.
Crow, you know.
Yeah.
America is just drunken with the blood of the Israelites.
Yeah. Slavery, man. That was a heavy bloodshed, man. You know? Go ahead.
And with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua.
There you go. Martyrs of Yahushua. Not this Jesus character, Serge Bourgier. Ain't nobody, we ain't standing up for him, man. He's done. Go ahead.
And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee a mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her.
Oh, that was
That's verse 7.
that was 7, right? Yeah, we're gonna jump. Yeah, so those, just keep in mind those about the 7 heads. You know, well, basically it's the EU, these Edomites. You know, they call themselves French, Spanish. They call themselves British and all that, and they're not, man. You know, they're basically Edomites. They call themselves different names, and they got control of this. It says John 9 of Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. That's who ruling this world. You know, whether you be in America, whether you go to the South Americas, they're ruling the world, man. Wherever you go, you in captivity under this devil, man. You know, but the Most High is going to take down America, exposing her witch, demon ass, and take it, and then gonna put missiles on them, man. Go ahead. You can Revelation 18.
18:1.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and like apostles broke down, you know, the 10 horns that, you know, those are the Edomite countries round about, but you know, the Visigoths and the Vandals, Saxons, and Franks, and all that, Lombards. So you know, they the Edomites, man. Go ahead.
So Revelations 18:1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory.
Go ahead.
And he cried mightily with a strong voice,
Yep.
saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils.
Yeah, man. This place, America, this modern day Babylon is gonna get destroyed, man. It's gonna be a habitation of. Go ahead.
And the hold of every foul spirit,
Yeah.
and,
Go ahead.
and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
That's what it's gonna be, desolate in this place after it be destroyed. Ain't gonna be no firecrackers, you know what I'm saying, pop like that. Ain't gonna be no celebration of America, no Broadway, no confetti. You know, I was watching this old thing in the 1950s, and they said how great America it was, and how they enjoyed those times, man. And then you'll see a Edomite walking to his door with his wife, one dog, got 2 or 3 children, 2-car garage. That was the American dream. You know what I'm saying, once for America, man. But it ain't no more. And then they got us to believe in that American dream with the fame and all that, man. But that's, you see, all the music is brought low. You know, it didn't take no time to bring all you people down, man, and keep you inside and shit. You got celebrities that were bragging and shit and boasting about how many platinum albums they have. Next thing you know, they becoming prophets and motivational speakers and shit, doing sit-downs like we used to do, and even today, and then got something to say about Black Lives Matter, man. Y'all, they was faking all this time. If you let them niggas go back to making platinum albums, they won't mention no more about this George Floyd thing, Black Lives Matter and shit.
Yeah.
It's only for because they hurting and crying and shit, man. Most High see all through that, man. You faking, man. Jaking is faking and shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For all nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, all the nations gonna drink the wrath of her fornication. They gonna be brought down too, because they got money invested in this place. They believe in this place. You know, you got, like we always say, you got a lot of Elamites here. You don't see them. You don't see them in the street, but in your stores, they don't chill in Jake neighborhoods. The Moabites, where they at? You just see them that they look at you funny and shit, like nigga don't, buy or get out, and nigga touch this and you all call the cops, or they'll shoot your ass because they got a gun behind the counter because they don't trust Jake. You know, so these nations are drinking off of what is consumed in America, and we basically the main consumer. So Israel is about to be hurting off of that, man, because they believe in this harlot, man.
Yeah, all these nations are making money off of America.
Yeah,
man.
all of them.
Whether it be TVs, clothes,
Yep.
Shoes, electronics,
Yeah.
consumer goods. Because America like the brother said, it's just a consuming nation.
Yeah.
We don't produce anything. There's no manufacturing going on in America like it once was. Yeah. And so when America gets destroyed, you're gonna read about it later in the chapter. But when America gets destroyed, all these nations are gonna be wailing her because they're not gonna make any more money off of it.
Hey, the main thing that's made in America is made in China.
Yeah, China.
How you gonna have
Even
most of the products in America that used to be made in America? Used to say made in America on everything. Now it's made in China.
Made in China, yeah.
Because China got, they sell products through this American whore, man, and reap the benefits over there. They got a McDonald's over there and a lot of other English, whatever setups over there, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, plus, they're making a lot of money because they use slave labor.
Yeah, they got sweatshops.
Sweatshops. They don't care about their people, man.
Yeah, man.
It's like pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Yeah. They got a power seat where all these nations talk, and the power men of these nations come together, and then America conjures up a dream for them, Go ahead.
And the merchants of the earth are wax rich.
That's where you get merchandise from. So they shut down the imports and exports, right? When they shut, ain't nobody gonna be able to buy and sell through this place no more. That's why they got the RFID chip, because there ain't no more resources in America. There's no more real foundation of no real economy. It's fake. So now they're gonna set it up with an RFID chip, a digital implementation that don't mean shit but to track you and keep you as a slave, Go ahead.
And the merchants of the earth are wax rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Yep. They wish through the delicacy of her abundance
The abundance of her delicacies,
man. Yep. Go ahead. I mean, you got one of the main products in America or you know, some of the main products in America that's known for Jake buying. All the clothing, all the shoes.
Yeah.
You know, everybody, even these heathens be wearing Michael Jordan shoes because Michael Jordan got a stamp on it. I mean, so to speak, you know, his name, whatever.
Got a little logo on it.
Got a little logo, you know.
Pay $300 for those shoes.
Yeah, you ain't gonna buy no Jordans if it's a Chinese man on Jordan and shit, or East Indian. They gonna be like, what the fuck are these? These ain't Jordans, you know. And they could, even if they couldn't even have it on a shoe, even if they were popular in their land, because they ain't got the salt like us. So we the main what do you call it, riches in this place. And we're becoming consumers in this harlot world, man. Because that's all we could do is buy and sell. That's why they hit you with that RFID chip. Because it's a buy and sell. That's all you could do in America. For rent, you make money to pay your rent. You make money to buy shoes. It ain't no money that you keep for yourself. You don't have a stash, you know, besides the things that you need.
Yeah, Jake makes money. Jake got money.
Yeah,
but
Jake
he doesn't filter it through his neighborhoods, to his communities, to his families. You know? And they say like the GDP, like if you take all the Jakes in America, all the money that they make, what is it, like $1 trillion or something, billions of dollars?
Yeah.
It rivals that of Great Britain, their GDP,
yeah.
their gross domestic product.
Yeah.
But you know, Jake don't have that mentality because we're cursed right now to kind of just work with each other.
I mean, Oprah got $1 billion, right? You ain't never seen the Oprah family. That bitch just say, it just say Oprah all the way through. Her own magazine. Where's her family at? Benefiting off of this
kids. She ain't got no kids to pass.
She done sacrificed it. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye may be not partakers of her sins."
Yeah, the main coming out of this America is gonna be them chariots, man. But we trapped in the flesh, so we gotta work through these commandments and keep it to our best our ability to separate ourselves from this place, man. Go ahead.
That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Yeah, it says, if you can get 1 Corinthians 15 and 6 and 15, it says he that is joined into a harlot, man. You know?
Keep going.
No. And them, look at these, that's our own people popping in firecrackers. They dumbasses. You locked down. It's Independence Day, but you locked down and shit. You can't go to, you can hardly go to the store.
Can't even go to the beach.
Can't even go to the beach, man.
It's Independence Day.
Yeah. So you ain't really living independent, man. You know? Go ahead.
1 Corinthians 6 and 15. Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Yahweh Shai? Shall I then take the members of Yahweh Shai and make them members of an harlot?
Yeah. This main harlot, Most High forbid. We're members of, that's why we're supposed to keep ourselves separate from this harlot. You know, the main harlot is America. Our people are harlots. It trickles down. Our nation became a harlot, and women became a harlot. Them devils gonna be doing this all day, man. Go ahead. Stupid ass devils. Go ahead.
What? Know ye not that which is joined into an harlot is one body?
Yeah, if we join into this America, we become one body with it. You know, that's why our people are doing sick, abominable things. Our women got blonde hair, thinking that's cute and shit. Like, damn. You know, you can't see, damn. Hardly any women without no natural hair, man. I mean, that's just a representation with a state of our nation, or even in them living in America. Go ahead.
For two, saith he, shall be one flesh.
Yeah, you join to this American harlot, you're going to become one flesh. Now, a man that regularly might have to use a harlot, he don't join himself to that harlot. He handle his business and get the hell out of here. It means join, married into this harlot. You don't make a wife. That's why they say you can't make a hoe into a housewife. You're not supposed to try to make a hoe your wife. It said take no wife as an harlot, Israel. Because we ain't supposed, our women ain't supposed to be harlots. But in this captivity, that's what went down, man. But the Most High is going to clean us up. Go ahead.
But he that is joined unto the Lord is one spirit.
Yep, let's sit on that. So that's why we're going to be joined back into the Lord, man. Go ahead, Jeremiah 3:1.
Again, that part where in Revelation 18:4 where it says,
Oh,
come out of her, my people.
Yeah.
That's, Israel, the elect, getting beamed up, and that's when the elect is going to be joined with Yahweh Shai.
Exactly. That's the marriage.
Yeah, marriage.
The bride, the bride being rejoined back to the husband, the husbandry. Go ahead.
It says 3:1.
Because y'all think we enjoy our women being harlots and shit. Yeah, the body look nice, titties look nice, hair looks nice, or whatever. But we don't want our women to be harlots. You're supposed to be wives, supposed to be covered up.
Right. Hair should be covered.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to. America, she don't give a fuck. They don't give a damn if they women are harlots. Esau share his wife. He'll let Jake hit his wife. He don't give about his woman being a harlot. Yeah. But we ain't supposed to live like that. That's called a whoremonger, which is a pimp. Go ahead.
It's like Jeremiah 3:1. They say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again?
So the Most High is making a statement. Nah, he wouldn't, because you're supposed to. She's an adultery. She's an adulterer. You're supposed to put away. She's supposed to be put to death. Go ahead.
And shall not that land be greatly polluted?
Yep. And the land be greatly polluted. Jerusalem, Israel as a people before a place. Go ahead.
But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers.
You have played the harlot with many lovers, with many of these nations, which God's no God at all. You ask these nations to protect you when it's time to be protected and all that. As you was in Egypt, you in this modern day Egypt. As you was in Babylon, you in this modern day Babylon, man. Doing the same shit.
Yeah, worshiping the same gods.
Worshiping women. Money. That's what, and then harlotry is bought through money. And we're going to read that scripture. Most High said we're going to be redeemed without money, because you ain't supposed to be no harlot. You ain't supposed to sell yourself, man. You're supposed to have some dignity about yourself. Your heritage is rich. Fuck, if you poor, you supposed to still tell these devils, well, this is what y'all murdered and shit. And we lost and y'all beat us into slavery, took our heritage, but we got a rich heritage. You came from the Caucasus Mountains, the caves. You supposed to tell these heathens and these Edomites how rich your heritage is. We might have harlotry in our nation, but still our origin comes from a royalty, man. They have to know that. Go ahead.
If thou hast played the harlot with many lovers.
See how the Most High say you played in harlot? You're not supposed to be a harlot. You played in harlot. Go ahead. With your many lovers.
Yet return again to me, saith the Lord.
And yet return to him. And that's why people are just being sold and bought in these industries. Rap industry is one of the big ones, man. They being sold like hell, man. Passed around, traded, to do abominable things. Not only for money, but to bow down to Baphomet.
Yeah.
Sign your name in blood with a contract. Do some disgusting, filthy things, man. Our sons and our daughters, man.
So in the scripture, Satan, he wanted all these kingdoms. With the best of these kingdoms, you got to bow down and worship Satan.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Lift up thine eyes unto the high places, and see where thou hast not been lean with, and the ways hast thou sat for them. As the Arabian in the wilderness, thou hast polluted the land with my whoredoms and with thy wickedness. With thy whoredoms and with thy wickedness.
Go ahead.
Therefore the showers have been withholden, and there have been no latter rain, and thou hast a whore's forehead, and refusest to be ashamed.
Yeah, you can jump to 14.
Verse 14. Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you.
The Most High is married unto us. How? Through these scriptures, the covenant through these scriptures. We're going to read that. He put everything upon us, a jewel in our noses, a chain about our neck. He dressed us up in fine linen and all that, purples, satin, whatever you want to call it. That's like you buying your wife everything, but she's still complaining about not having enough and shit. Like, damn, bitch, I gave you everything.
Yeah.
Now you still saying, and then you going out to these nations like I ain't even give you shit, man. Or you crying like I ain't even take care of you. You know, see now that we coming back, like Jake got he got so-called riches in the industry, but these women are still sleep around. So it wasn't never about the money.
Yeah. Prime
You know?
example is Steph Curry's wife.
Yeah,
A few months back.
yeah,
Has everything in the world, yet she still wants attention.
yeah. A lot of these women, they marry football players.
Yeah.
You know, they got money and they still ain't satisfied, man.
Still, man.
Like, damn. That's how Israel is with the Most High. I gave you all this and you still ain't satisfied, man. So what you do? You just like, she goes playing a whore. You know, you give a woman her own car, she'll drive to another man's house with that car and sleep with him. Like, damn. Go ahead.
Like with this new harlot, B. Simone, talking about she don't want a man with a 9 to 5.
Yeah, man.
Or black women complaining about Jake didn't have jobs.
Yep.
Now they're complaining that Jake's
That
having
Jake
jobs. It's like,
And it's not enough. You gotta be a CEO.
yeah.
You know, you gotta be drive a 2020. And they called that bitch out, man. She ain't nobody. She's trash, man. Go ahead.
Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you,
Yep.
and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion,
Yep.
and I will give you pastors according to mine heart.
Yeah, because there's a lot of pastors that's not according to the Most High's heart. I mean, all these pastors that's in America, whether it be Al Sharpton, Louis Farrakhan, that dude, other militia type of dude that was lying, all the so-called pastors in this America is set up for money. That's what America is. Get your bread and get your money and move away from everybody and go up to the hills and fuck all your people off and you know what I'm saying? Our women are going to these hills and marrying these Jewish people just because they got a safe place to live and money and all that. You know? Go ahead.
And I will give you pastors according to my heart,
Yep.
which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Yeah, with knowledge, that's where you see the apostle elder set up. Give you knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Why you in the condition? Why you getting slaved out? Why the system is on your back? The cops are shooting you down on the street, you know? But Jacob asked for rights, you know? A harlot want to stay in the brothel of her enemy and shit, you know? And still continue to make that money. They'll stay in these strip clubs. These strip clubs are owned by mafia dudes, man. You know? Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, when ye be multiplied and increase in the land, in those days, saith the Lord, they shall say no more, the ark of the covenant of the Lord, neither shall it come to mind, neither shall they remember it, neither shall they visit it, neither shall that be done any more. At that time they shall call Jerusalem the throne of the Lord, and all the nations shall be gathered unto it, and the name of the Lord to Jerusalem.
Well, that's another thing they call Africa their homeland, the motherland. You know, and it said plainly in the scriptures that Jerusalem is the mother of us all. You know, she's was it? I choose her as above my chief joy, man. Jerusalem is that place of peace, but it's right now these rats are living in it. Most High got to clean them out before we go back. We can't go back there with them. We're not going to join hands with these devils back.
Yeah.
Those are the same people that hate us. Same people that own this place, America, that's doing the harlotry, they're doing the witchcraft against us, man. You don't see them. They ain't going to announce themselves as witches and shit. They might put it on TV, but they ain't going to say that we trying to kill you, trying to come, you know, get the best of you, or we stole your heritage. They going to lie their ass off till they get destroyed, man. Go ahead.
Neither shall they walk any more after the imagination of their evil heart.
Yeah, that's what Jerusalem do right now. Imagination that calls Sage Bajir their God, worshiping these damn holidays. Well, it's for the children. Well, it's for my family. Well, I never had a childhood, so I gotta, you know what I'm saying, making any kind of excuse to do so, man. Worshiping fire. They wasn't even a part of that independence of America and shit. They was in slavery.
Yeah.
But yet they still celebrate that day as if they were a part of the American banner and all that, the American flag and all that. You know, justice for all and shit. Where's the justice at? We getting shot in the streets, man. You know, what do they say? Justice and liberty for all. This ain't no place of damn liberty. This is a harlot. This ain't even the real place. That's why it's going to be destroyed. It's just a harlot, you know. She ain't the real money maker. Her pimp is telling her to get out there and make that money. Now, if you don't come back with no money, which America is losing a dollar, then you're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. That harlot is going to be beat up and destroyed. Go ahead.
In those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north to the land that I have given for an inheritance to your fathers.
Yeah. So we're gonna be joined back together, Judah and Israel, so-called Black, Latino, Native American, which is happening now, which they trying to debunk. They trying to, you know what I'm saying, and they just take Judah like and label, put that black card on us, when we're different shades of brown, and we got the Latino Native Americans, man. But they'll try to just, you know, focus in on that and use that so you could relate it to slavery and shit. No, we better than slavery. We go beyond this American bubble and shit. We ruled Europe for almost 1,000 years, and they covered that up and said it was them and shit. Ain't that a bold ass lie?
Yeah.
You got almost 1,000 years of rulership, and they gonna say it was them? That's mad. That's mad years stolen. Mad years of the taking down of how we was ruling, man.
Yeah, you know, and they put it in books.
Yep.
But
That's
now the truth is out, so they hike up the price of the book. Man, I was on Amazon the other day. I wanted to buy that one book, African Presence in Early Europe. It was like $200 for a used one, man.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, man. Dark ages, because it was dark people ruling, man. And they got pictures. They got pictures of them, what do you call it, defacing the statues that were used to be our statues up there, man. Defacing the, what do you call it, rebirth, the Renaissance, painting over the dark images and making them so-called white.
Yeah, they call it iconoclasm. The icons, all those icons of images that we put up of ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
They paint over it, paint them white. Or they just destroy them, you know.
Yep, that's right. So they've been lying. Now they got us all in this bubble right here in America and spend so we can get rich, you know. Put the labor you put in the 95, you get barely $80, while the elite's banking on that, which they get way more taxes and all that taken out.
Income taxes.
Yep.
Income tax.
Medicare and all that. So you ain't really, you working for pretty much peanuts, man.
Yeah, it's illegal. You know, you're not supposed to tax wages. You tax an income, not a wage. You know, you go to a job and you're on their payroll. That's called a wage. You're not supposed to tax that.
And you're supposed to get your money that same day, right?
Yeah, we did.
It goes straight to the bank. Now it goes straight to the card. And you can't even get your money out. To go get your money, they look at you like you stealing from your own damn self. Like, sir, we need your fingerprint, you know, 2 forms of ID. Like, I was just here yesterday and shit. Y'all know me. Y'all see me every other day and shit in this bank. I need my money out. You can only take so much out after that, sir. Like, what? My own money? Fuck out of here. I need to pay bills and all that, man. You know? Go ahead.
The bank, they don't have that money.
Yeah, they don't have
it. They don't have the money.
Yeah.
That's why they max you out at $500.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what the stock market is based on. What do you call it? Gambling. You know? Throwing your money around. Go ahead.
Verse 19. But I said, how shall I put thee among the children, and give thee a pleasant land, and a goodly heritage of the host of nations?
That was it, man.
Verse 19.
Yeah. Go ahead. What does it say?
And I said, thou shalt call me my father, and shalt not turn away from me.
Yeah. Nahum 3, started 1.
Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city.
Yeah, woe means destruction. The bloody city is America, man. They got blood all over this place. Blood of the native, of the Negroes, blood of Native Americans. You know, that millions and millions killed, man, murdered, unjustly, unfairly, and what have you, man. Children murdered. You know, we always give you the rundown of what happened in America, man. It's unbelievable and shit. If you told somebody that story now, they'd be like, nah, that didn't happen. You gotta show them the pictures and shit, cause it's so gruesome. And then you be like, you point out the dude, and they be like, him? Nah, ain't no way they're nice guys. They're nice people. You know, hell no, man. They had children looking at slaves hanging, man. You know, they're carrying the shit is real. They was never your friends.
Yeah, Most High's showing that spirit now.
Yeah.
Capturing all these videotape footage, all these Karens looking out. You know.
It was this dude. I be watching 85 South sometime, and she said she was a wholehearted viewer and a fan of them. It was, you know, three black dudes, the young black dudes, they from Wildin' Out, the show Nick Cannon put together. And they cussed that bitch out. They's like, you bitch, this is for, you know, they talk that nigga shit. They like, this is for black people only, this is for niggas only. We don't give a damn about you Karens. You white people, we don't know what you gonna do to us. That's why we talk about you white people like that. And she probably cried that whole night because she was a whole heart fan, but that's what it's coming to. Jake is finding out how these people really feel about him, man. Karen doesn't care, you know. The Edomite at your job. Oh, look at these. How you gonna have a friend and he all of a sudden overnight switched back into nigger?
Yeah.
You know, fuck you niggers. Like what? You have a best friend that been Jake that been best friends with an Edomite for 10 years, and he'll call him a nigger and separate him. Once he find out Jake is rising or Jake is saying some things or racial tension, he gonna call him a nigger and separate from him. So these they ain't wholehearted with themselves, man. When they shake your hand and smile, that's corporation. What do you call it? Acting. They do it for money reasons. They need you at the job. If you're not there, they'll replace you with another nigga, man. You're not important to them. If you're not spending your money for them or laboring for them, you have no use in America. They'll destroy you and shoot you down. Go ahead.
Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery.
It's full of lies and robbery. Lies from the elites, lies from the system. Trump is lying. Murder. They murdering people behind closed doors. Well, it shows you through the cop system, the cops and police. And everything is in the name of injustice, and Jake's still trying to claim that he could turn his heart around. Like how many of y'all have to die before you realize this man is the damn enemy, man? Like how many times you gotta get shot in your back or head before you realize that these cops don't give a fuck? They Edomites, they go home to their family, they love, well, you know, they congregate among themselves. The only reason they invited Jake to their house is for nigga entertainment. It's like watching TV. Oh, you know how to beatbox? Or you know how to rap? Hey, I bought a goal. Maybe we could play basketball. Like, that's the only fucking thing we know how to do, man. It ain't no once he asked you about science or you know, or the cosmos or politics, or you know, what book you read, or you know, history, because they don't believe Jake is up on that shit. As soon as we wake up into the Bible and the Most High wake us up, we got some things that say now he want to shut everything down and shit. Oh, them niggas think they're smart. Oh, that's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? As soon as a Negro start learning and understanding and having wisdom, now he want to say, oh, this Bible is a fairy tale. You stupid asses. You use this in slavery. Your forefathers used this against us in slavery. Now we waking up to it. The Bible is no longer worthy of correction or reading and shit. That's why you can't listen to these little peon Edomites. They don't know shit. They only know what their fathers told them. They listen to the dinner table and, hey, I met a black guy in school. Well, you know, you got to keep yourselves, you know, make sure he's, you know. But they don't go into depths of who they are, that they murdered and slaughtered, you know, and proud of the system that their blood represented. The American flag is not based on liberty for all. It's that, what do you call it, that pride of the Edomites, of winning, you know. Go ahead, so-called winning. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 10:16, the portion of Jacob is not like them.
Yeah, we not like them. We better than them, stronger than them. We're cultured, salted, We do things different. We invented everything. Don't let them trick you. We invented everything, man. From some science, from technology, from things calculate, mathematics. And math comes from us. It means a moth, which means truth. There's no truth in the so-called white man. So mathematics didn't come from him. Go ahead.
For he is the former of all things.
We the form of all things. We were before this so-called white man. He's the new one up on earth. Well, not now, but Cain, you know. And then Esau, it was melanated people before he came up on this earth. That's not normal. His skin color is not normal. He's out of pocket for trying to call shots when he was born after the people that was here before him. Go ahead.
And Israel is the rod of his inheritance.
That's who the Most High is dealing with. That's who the rod of his inheritance. This so-called white man is just used for a rod against Israel because of disobedience. That's it. Once Israel get back with the Most High, connect, he's gone. He's done. He's taken. That's why he's falling down slowly right now. Go ahead.
The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi of hosts is his name.
Is his name. The Lord of armies is his name, man. He got an army of angels. That's our power. They didn't read this in slavery. They had a slave book, right? They didn't say, you read the Bible, you say, what is this so-called white man that the Son of God had woolly hair? Oh, well, don't read that. You know, the Bible is outlawed now. Burn every book. You know, where he had dark skin and burnt. He had brass feet as if it burned in the furnace. So, oh, they can't figure that out. You know, they didn't want us to read, man. They didn't want us to put things together. They outlawed the Bible, burnt Bibles. They did that back in, they did that back in the ancient world too, man. Go ahead.
Hitler too.
Hitler, yeah, time of Hitler.
For them books.
Yeah.
Back in Nahum 3:1, woe to the bloody city! It is full. It is full of lies and robbery.
It is full of lies and robbery, man. This is American system. It's full of lies and robbery. One thing you should know about UK, United Kingdom. Really, we are from royalty. The United Kingdom consists of England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. That was all us.
Yep.
Ireland, irate, angry man. That's us. Scots. That means black land. Scotland.
Anglo-Saxons.
Anglo-Saxons. The Wales. You know, that was us.
Yeah.
Britain means covenant man. England, land of the angels.
King James.
King James.
He sat on the throne of Scotland.
Yeah.
You know?
They got Forrest Whitaker played the last king of Scotland. You know, and he played. They know what color the Scotlands were. You know, that's why you got Scottish, just like you got Jewish. You're not really a Jew. You're Jewish. You're not really a Scots. You're not really so-called black. You're really Scottish. So they started taking off different things, taking different things from us, man. You know, as we lost that rulership, and as the Moors, as ruling Spain and all that.
Yeah, that movie Braveheart.
Yeah, Braveheart.
That should have been nothing but so-called Negroes.
Yeah,
You know,
so-called.
Yeah, black on black warring.
Yeah.
England versus Scots.
Yeah.
Same thing with 300. The Spartans.
Yeah, Spartans. Yeah.
The prey departeth not.
The prey departed not. You know, we still here, man. As a prey, you know, getting shot. You know, getting as captives. Go ahead.
The noise of a whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear.
Yep.
And there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses.
Yep.
And there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses.
That's how much death it is, man. And about to be. Go ahead.
Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot.
This well-favored harlot, which is America, because of the multitude of your whoredoms, man. You know, go ahead.
The mistress of witchcrafts.
The mistress of witchcraft.
That selleth nation through her whoredoms.
Selleth nations through her whoredoms, man. Like we said, the whoredom of her lies, her ways, her doctrines, the media, witchcraft, you know, all these institutions and branches of this American system, you know, that spill witchcraft, that promote witchcraft, Skull and Bones, all them prestige colleges and all that. What do you call it? The Catholic Church, man, and then women becoming nuns. You supposed to have lay down with a man. You're supposed to keep yourself from, having children or whatever. Those are lesbians, man. All in the nun churches. You get none. Go ahead.
And
All the way
families,
to 6. Cool.
and families through her witchcrafts.
And families through a witchcraft, man. The whole family corrupt. The whole family embracing this witchcraft, man. Everybody celebrate Christmas. Everybody celebrate New Year's. Everybody celebrate this demon-ass 4th of July. Everybody celebrate all these holidays. They got a holiday every month now, man. President's Day, Groundhog Day, Teacher's Day, Martin Luther King Day, Valentine's, Memorial Day. What's that other one? Like Labor Day, Thanksgiving, Halloween. It's like, man, you can't eat, and it's all based on consumerism. You go out and get your candy, go out and get your turkey, go out and get your Valentine's Day products and shit. If you don't have that for your woman, she gonna be mad at you and you gonna break up just because you ain't bought her anything. Because this place is built on the concept of buy and sell. Like, this is what I'm here to do. You ain't supposed to buy something and that's to be the end of you and shit. Jake, he'll spend his money on some roses and shit and things for his girl and be broke as hell and don't even know how to pay rent. Or buy a car and have to live in this damn car because he can't buy a car and pay rent. So this place, you ain't functioning well, man, in this place, man. Go ahead.
Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts.
Most High said he's against this place, America, man. Hates this place, America. He's going to deal with this place of America, man. Which means bitter. Amerigo Vespucci. His children, Edomites. Jake ain't running America. Jake ain't running no kind of land anywhere, man. He ain't running Africa. He's not African himself. He always talking about Africa and shit. What is his name? Akon just bought some land and shit. And that ain't even enough land to do anything with, man. All these Negroes ain't gonna buy no land like Akon. Because Africa is not our people. They ain't even gonna allow that to happen. They'll go to war before they let us rule over there, man. See how they felt about Dave Chappelle? He didn't stay over there that long, So all these nations are prospering out for us.
And look what happened with the Liberians when they went back to Africa.
Yeah.
It was nothing but civil war.
Yeah.
Between the Liberians and those Hamites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we're mainly on the west coast of Africa, man, and they know that. They see the spirit of our people, that we're not them, man. So I don't know what Jake is talking about Africa over here and shit, being African and being Egyptian and shit. That shit is done away with. All them Egyptians were damn trainees and weird ass people anyway. Worship the flesh, worship beast and all that. Put beast on cut off the head of a beast and put it on him or something, or painted the blood of the beast on him and shit. It ain't about that shit. Tattoos all over their face and shit. Go ahead.
Behold, I'm against thee, saith the Lord of hosts.
Most High is against thee, man. America, along with these other nations, man. Go ahead.
And I will discover thy skirts upon thy face.
Yeah, the Most High is lifting up this witch's skirt, man. You got that old iconic Marilyn Monroe skirt, where her skirt lift up and shit. See, that was a iconic picture, but nah, when her skirt lifted up on a spiritual level, you going down. That means your kingdom is going down, man. Go ahead.
And I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
Yep. This harlot is gonna be ashamed, man, because they laugh about it doing this wicked shit now. Laugh about what they do to us. Laugh about what they get away with. Laugh about the cops murdering and shit. Laugh about they knee up on our neck and shit. Their boot up on our necks and shit. But that's gonna be their shame, man. And those people that died, that's getting ready to be destroyed with the missiles, the Edomites, they coming back in slavery. They ain't getting away. It ain't gonna be no one time just, you know, burned up with missiles. You coming back in slavery, you devils.
Yeah, the reincarnation.
Reincarnation.
Yep.
You don't think that's real, man? You better look. Hey, they had all kind of names for it. You see how Esau knew speak karma. What you reap is what you sow. Esau know all about that. You're not going to be a Rothschild and go to sleep and wake up and be in heaven and have a good time there too after you done murdered people. You're going to be waking up in the womb of a woman that's in slavery, born as a slave, waking up for somebody to beat your ass when you come out the womb and shit.
Yeah.
You ain't going to get away, man. The Most High is the Father of all spirits, man. That's why motherfuckers be tripping out when motherfuckers know about him and shit. You know? Like, Esau is tripping out because we know him, we prophesying about what he's going to do. About his moves before he even does them. He's scared of that, man. You know? Fortune, that's why people run to fortune tellers and shit. Oh, your future is bad, and the motherfucker be scared of that, man. But we don't believe in fortune tellers, man. We ain't gonna have nobody tell our future because our future is in this Bible, man.
Right.
We don't have to go to no damn
spirit.
Yeah, get a fortune cookie or somebody over a globe. I see your future. Get the hell out of here, man. Why didn't you see these wars coming up? Why didn't you see the shutdown of America coming up?
Yeah. It's always after the fact.
It's always after the fact. Now I see he don't fuck out of here, man. We've been prophesying the downfall of this place economically, spiritually, and everything before this place fell down, man. Go ahead.
Verse 6.
Yep.
And I will cast abominable filth upon thee,
Yep.
and make thee vile, and I will set thee as a gazing stock.
Yep. You're gonna be a gazing stock, like, oh shit, that's that bitch that used to live rich. Now she's, you know, just like you put us on the auction blocks in front of everybody, butt naked, you know, and really the Most High allowed us to go through that because, you know, we broke his commandments and we played the harlot. So that's what happens to harlots when she put herself out there on the streets. She ends up on the streets, butt naked. People steal her clothes. She gets raped and shit. Nobody cares about her. She starts traveling to other cities trying to look for a comfort or a house to sleep in and shit. You know, that's what that's what Israel did, but America, she's the mother of harlot. She's the seducing one that has you in that position to have to do that, man. See, our women, now that we getting right in our household, our women won't come back home. You know, now that we men and we follow and we know how to treat family and treat children and raise them right and living righteous and having a power and stable, they ain't gonna come back. They're gonna continue to have an excuse to sleep with them rats. Go to any other house but ours, man. They'll go to a ratchet nigga's house before they go to a ratchet man's house. I mean, a righteous man's house. Because they used to that harlotry. Wondering why they can't find the right man because they harlots. And nobody's gonna look at them like, they already got that negative attitude when they get with you. You know, this nigga ain't no good. He gonna try to play me like the rest of these niggas. So I'm just use him for money. So you ain't never gonna be right till the Most High destroy you. And you learn from the best of them, the mother of harlots, American shit. She got you on that damn trip of yours, that fantasy trip that ain't even real. You know? They ain't even real, man. That's why you women are lonely and shit, man. You know? Go ahead. And your children are raised wicked as hell. You know? Go ahead. Jeremiah 3:1. Yeah. Yeah, we did. Let's hit Leviticus 21:7 right quick. See, what you not, we said we the former of all things, and where you realize when the only reason you have to work your way through harlotry is you in captivity, man. Our women they're not supposed to be harlots, man. You only sell yourself is when you don't have nothing to lose. You don't have no, you know, nobody, you can't make money. So you sell yourself. And that's what Jerusalem ended up, in captivity with these other nations, being sold into these other nations. So they sell themselves, because that's what happens. if you stick with your power, which is the riches and royalty in the first place, Yahweh Yahushua, you wouldn't even have to be a harlot. Now that's the thing with women. Oh, I gotta play these niggas. I gotta make my money.
Yeah, stripper culture.
Stripper,
It's
yeah.
like the in thing now.
Yeah.
Women want to be a stripper.
They don't even think no more. It ain't no other jobs that they just go straight to the pole. Cause that's the only way they know how to sell themselves now. You know. Go ahead. But now the strip clubs are shut down right now. It's shut down.
It's online now. Selling
Yeah.
ads online.
Yeah, exactly. And then they gonna shut the online down, so they gonna really be stuck out. Go ahead.
Leviticus 21:7. They shall not take a wife that is a whore.
Yeah, this is the Leviticus law, the priesthood. You should not take a wife as a whore. Go ahead.
They shall not take a wife that is a whore
Yeah.
or profane.
That's why when we see these hoes, we ain't trying to marry these hoes. You know, somebody that's been sleeping with all kind of men. You just end up. They are sisters and all that. You just meeting them and stuff. They look good. Spend time with them, but you be like, it ain't even worth it, man. Cause you know how that past life of messing with these kind of women do. Take you to court, have you killed by a man, and they learn from America. They learn from the mother of harlots, man. She kills, she murders for money, and any way she can get it, that's what she does, man.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody's mind state is. They'll kill you for $1, man. They robbing liquor stores and convenience stores, and all they get is like $40 out of damn register and shit. What kind of mind state is that, man? Go ahead.
And it says that you should not take a wife that is a whore or profane.
Or profane.
Cursing women, just these wild ass spirits,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now,
And these women mainly got a profane mind, man.
yeah.
Like America. You can jump to 14.
Come on. Neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy unto his power.
See, it's an adulterous world. So you ain't, even with these nations, you're not supposed to take us away from the Most High, or, you know what I'm saying, and pollute us with your whoredom, if you know that a whore is not a whore and she's a wife, you're supposed to be like, hey, you're supposed to be with your husband. If they were really just and lawful, they would say that. We can't, you go over there and you try to party with the Edomites, and they would be like, oh, I thought you all couldn't do this, and no, we don't want to mess with you. Your God is, you don't belong with us, But they harvest with that. They embrace that. They love when we get mixed in with them and do the things that they do. That's why they don't care about. They ain't shooting, just like Apostle said. They ain't shooting trainees and shit. They shooting niggas that that got probably a different state of mind or walk about them. You don't never see a trainee getting killed by these cops, man. Because they with the American system, Or are these other nations getting shot by cops? Because they are part of the consumerism of America and shit. They with it. Jake is the only one that got a problem. So they own Jake. Like, you ain't following the system protocol, man. Go ahead.
Jumping down to verse 14.
Go ahead.
A widow or a divorced woman or profane or an harlot, these shall he not take.
Yeah.
But he shall take a virgin of his own people
And
to wife.
our people don't even want virgins, man. They want harlots, They want harlots or a widow, somebody that just lost her husband. They want another man's wife.
Yeah.
That's the American way. That's the way of the harlot. Just do anything. Go do and be and have pleasure all over the place. No matter what, who is with. He's supposed to want a virgin, man.
Yeah. Jake should be outraged,
Yeah.
That he can't get virgins nowadays,
Yeah.
Jake is more mad that the slut don't want to deal with him.
Exactly. He'll chase a slut,
Yeah, just a slut all day.
and she'll keep dogging him out, and he'll still want her. But we creepy men, if the virgin is ready
Right, yeah.
and nobody went into her, and we looking up on a virgin, we creepy and shit. Oh, you know, that's how backwards this place is, man. And she's knowledgeable and she's ready. Like that's why these women become sluts and using dildos because their own mother try to keep them away from men or men. You know, they don't even get trained to become women and shit. No training, so they just laying there with a body, a fat ass, titties, wet, and don't know what to do and shit. She's supposed to be getting popped and having children at 15. Sometimes even earlier, man. That's why these women are busybodies, because they don't got shit else to do. They ain't got no children around. You're supposed to be having like 5 or 10 children. Well, that's a curse, because we all fucked up. But the women don't want children no more. They aborting them. And then they go into these strip clubs, you know?
Yeah, a lot of these women don't even want husbands anymore.
They don't want husbands.
Yeah, they don't have that desire to have a husband. You know?
They like being single. I like single to mingle and shit. America taught you that, man. That's why you're gonna be destroyed with America. They ain't our people's our heritage thinking, man. We come from royalty, not sluts and sodomites, man. Whores and sodomites. It says in Deuteronomy, you shall have no whore of the daughter of Israel, no sodomite of the nation of the sons of Israel, man. We ain't those kind of people. That's why the Most High gave us laws to let you know, hey, you're gonna end up being a harlot if you do this. Most High said, I sold you into these nations to let you know that's because you ain't back with your husband. You ain't back with your maker. That's what happens. When a woman leaves her husband, best believe she's going to become a harlot from that day on. She ain't going to never get right with a man. You know, for the most part, even more so this day, because ain't nobody really being married to this day, man. They marrying other shit. They being married to the game. Married to the culture of hip hop. You know, all them women in hip hop is sleeping with each other, man. Sleeping with different niggas. All, you know, them boule type of parties, man. Having orgies and everything, man.
Yeah, it just came out that Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
She was dealing with some one of these R&B guys on the side, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like,
And they got open relationships. You know, that's the American way, man. Sleep with anybody, sleep with beasts, sleep with midgets, sleep with people, go to these parties, these wild parties, turn off the lights, drink up, go home, fucked up. You know?
and do it again.
And do it again, man, every weekend. And pretty much it's a party every week now. I mean, every day now. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Neither shall he profane his seed among his people, for I am the Lord who sanctify him.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to profane yourself among your own people. We ain't supposed to have harlots of our own nation, sodomites of our own nation. They're supposed to be ordered, you know? We ain't supposed to commit adultery. If we was back to the way we were supposed to be, having 7 wives as a completion of wives, you wouldn't even have time you wouldn't even be focusing on another man's wife and shit. But you shouldn't even have to use it as an excuse to not be on another man's wife, man. That's his property.
That's like a rite of passage nowadays for chicks.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
sleeping with another man's woman.
That's honorable.
That's
this man.
honorable. That's what makes you a man.
Yeah. You see, you slept with his wife. She was fine, man. Yeah, that nigga ain't shit. Downing each other. You know, that's the American way, man. Go ahead.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron, saying, Whosoever he be of thy seed in their generations that hath any blemish, let him not approach to offer the bread of his power.
So Amos 7 and 17.
It's Amos 7 and 17. Therefore thus saith the Lord, Thy wife shall be an harlot in the city.
Yep. Because of disobedience. Go ahead.
And thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword.
That's what's happening now, man.
And thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land.
Yep.
and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land.
Surely go into captivity, man. That's shown today. Our wives are harlot in the streets, and our sons and daughters are getting killed by the sword, man. Meanwhile, you got Princess so-and-so over there on the other side. You had Princess Diana still talking about today. Princess so-and-so, Princess, what's that other prince dude called himself a prince? I forget his name. You know, Charles and all that. And they got their princes and princesses. Israel don't got that no more, man. Go ahead. Ezekiel 16.
Top.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 16:1.
So we're letting you know what happens. You know, we're letting you know that America is the harlot, and what happens when you follow the harlot and go into captivity under this harlot, and claiming your independence with this harlot as you're some kind of, you know, independent thing yourself. That's another thing our women talk about, independent. And you gotta follow this system or else, you know. If they don't see you having a job and then you try to get a job, they're gonna be like, where were you all those years, all that time? It's gonna be hard to get another job. You must have been doing something.
Yeah, these women are crazy, man. Before they were saying, I'm independent, I'm strong, independent, don't need no man. Now they're crying about, brothers not protecting black men, not giving them protection.
Yeah.
So these women are just bugged out of their mind.
Yeah, man. Yep. Bugged out, man. Go ahead.
Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, cause Jerusalem to know her abominations.
Yep.
And say, thus saith the Lord power.
Well, that's what we're doing. Most High said, show her Jerusalem her abominations, man. What she's doing wrong about adultery, about murder, murdering your own brother, about putting your own brother down, about treating your children like shit, about worshiping this beast. Go ahead.
And say, thus saith the Lord power, unto Jerusalem, thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of Canaan.
Yeah, that's what y'all say about America. But this is the place I was born, so this is my nativity. Nah. And then the Most High said, you said this. Go ahead.
Thy father was an Amorite, and thy mother an Hittite.
Yeah, your father was Amerigo Vespucci. Your father was Caesar Borgia. That's what y'all basically saying, man. Just because the Most High had us take over Canaan, that don't mean we Canaanites. We Jerusalem. We Hebrew Israelite that took over the land of Canaan. Go ahead.
And as for thy nativity, in the day thou wast born, thy navel was not cut.
Yeah, you still getting fed off this American system, man. You still letting America, drinking from America's breast. Still hooked up, connected with America by the navel, man. Still getting fed this bullshit by America. Go ahead.
Neither was thou washed in water to supple thee. Thou wast not salted at all.
Yeah, America's not taking care of you, man. You're not washed and cleansed in America, man. Go ahead.
Nor swaddled at all.
Nor swaddled at all. You wasn't taken care of in America. They gave you projects. They gave you crack. They gave you gangs. Go ahead.
None eye pitied thee.
No eye pitied you, man. In this place, America. Just like it was in the days of Egypt, Nineveh, all those places. Dealing with the, Chaldeans, the different things that we went through. The Romans, Greeks. Nobody pitied you, man. Go ahead.
To do any of these unto thee.
And remember, back in the day, we had to pay tribute to these nations. That's the only reason they would let us live and shit and, serve our power as long as you was paying tax and secure paying tribute and taxes and all that. Just like now, they'll let you congregate amongst your own. You gotta pay them taxes though. You gotta pay tribute to America. Go ahead. Join in the military, Salaki.
To have compassion upon thee.
They didn't have compassion on you. Go ahead.
But thou wast cast out in the open field.
You were cast out in the open field like, get this slut out of here. These niggas and spicks out of here, man. Into an open field. Go ahead.
To the loathing of thy person in the day that thou wast born.
Yep.
And when I passed by thee, I saw thee polluted in thine own blood. I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live. Yea, I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live. I have caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field,
Yep.
and thou hast increased and waxen great, and thou art come to excellent ornaments.
Mm-hmm.
Thy breasts are fashioned, and thy hair is grown.
Yeah. You look, look like a beautiful woman now, man. Go ahead. Or you gotten older, go ahead.
Whereas thou wast naked and bare.
Yeah, the Most High fixed you up, You was naked and bare among and pushed out in the middle of where these other nations could see, but the Most High fixed you up is about to say what he did for you. Go ahead.
Now when I passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, thy time was the time of love, and I spread my skirt over thee.
Yeah, Most High spread his skirt over us. We was covered by the power and blessings of the Most High. Go ahead.
And covered thy nakedness.
And covered our nakedness. We wasn't shameful. Even back into the days of the garden of Adam and Eve. Go ahead.
Yea, I swear unto thee.
We were, so to speak, innocent. We was naked, but we wasn't, the Most High covered us with his spirit. Go ahead.
Yea, I swear unto thee, and entered into a covenant with thee.
Entered into a covenant with, this is the covenant. Hey, do all my commandments. You agree? Yes, we agree, Most High. That's the covenant. We married into you. We married into the Most High now. Now we got to follow his commandments as a bride would honor her husband and follow the laws of his household. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord power.
Yep.
And thou becamest mine. Then wash I thee with water.
We became the Most High's. Go ahead.
Then wash I thee with water. Yea, I thoroughly washed away thy blood from thee.
Yeah, Most High fixed us up. Washed the blood from us. Go ahead.
And I anointed thee with oil.
Anointed us with oil. Go ahead.
I clothed thee also with broidered work.
With broidered work, gave us a heritage, man. Gave us a name. Gave us culture and clothing that represented our spirit, man. Embroidered, like, imagine somebody, like, we walk down the street and you see Esau's name on everything, man. All that Black Lives Matter shit, it don't even say who you really are as a people. Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? All kind of people getting shot on Martin Luther King. That's supposed to be an embroidery of your heritage, but it's not. And nobody gave a damn about Martin Luther King. He was just one nigga that got shot. Was a false prophet that got shot, and that's it. So they don't even, and they did, Obama is a, what do you call it, is a cross street of Martin Luther King. I think they put Obama as a cross street. So they don't give a damn, about Martin Luther King, man. Go ahead. And Obama's an African. So they be like, you niggas ain't even, they don't give a damn. You worship and have the vibration of an African going in your neighborhoods and shit, man. But the Most High pulled you away from that and he put his own broidery on you, his name, hooked you up. Go ahead.
And shod thee with badger skin.
Yep.
And I girded thee about with fine linen.
With fine linen, man. Go ahead.
And covered thee with silk.
Yeah, like we said, that use that Stephen example. Hooked you up, man. Gave you money, gave you clothing, bought, all your shoes that you like and shit, and put you go ahead.
I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands.
Yeah, that's us. Edomites don't really get into that, man. No. Elam don't even get into that. They don't be wearing bracelets on their arms and hands and all that, rings and all that. That came from Jake. Go ahead.
And I put bracelets upon thy hands,
yep,
and a chain on thy neck.
Chain on their neck. Our people, no other people do that but our people, man. This is what the Most High done for us. Fixed us up, made us look good. Go ahead.
And I put a jewel on thy forehead.
Look, the Elam follow us on that. We the originators of that, man. They put that dot in the middle of their head. That was us.
Yeah.
That wasn't them. These nations used to follow us, man. Go ahead.
And earrings in thine ears.
Earrings in your ears, man. You know, hooked you up, made you look nice, man. Cause while these nations was like, you know, endeavoring into their own Most High hooked us up, and then they looked at us and like, damn, where you get all them silk clothes at and earrings in their ear? Them nations didn't even know how to do all that, man. They wasn't cultural like that.
Example of that was King Solomon.
Yeah, King Solomon.
And his servants and his doormen.
Yep,
You know?
yep.
They were all hooked up.
All hooked up, man. They thought he was the king, the doorman.
Yep.
You don't see these other nations do that, man. Every time you see Moab, he ain't dressed. He don't got no style to him, man. Hammond, they ain't got no style to him, man. You know, go ahead.
And a beautiful crown upon thine head.
Mm-hmm. Put a crown up on our heads, man. And that's gonna happen again when we come into our kingdom again, man. Our Shai is gonna put crowns on his men, man.
Yeah.
You know, go ahead.
Thus wast thou decked with gold and silver.
You was decked with gold and silver, man. You know, now what do you have? You're living in a land where there's no more gold and silver, man. You got Federal Reserve notes and shit, greenback, so to speak, to show your riches and stuff, man.
It's fake gold.
It's fake gold, plated. No, we used to have real gold, man, and silver. Go ahead.
And thy raiment was of fine linen.
Fine linen, man.
And
I mean, look, you buy some clothes today, it's gone like within a week. It's worn out, or a month or two. Depends on what you buy. You know, cheaply made, man. These nations are getting over. They ain't selling you real linen, and it's mixed. The fabrics are mixed. We ain't supposed to mix our fabrics.
Yeah.
You know, but these nations don't give a fuck what they sell you, man. They don't give a care about your commandment and the Most High's commandments, your history. That's a vibration too. Everything got a vibration to it, man. Go ahead.
And silk, embroidered work.
Embroidered work. Go ahead.
Thou didst eat fine flour and honey and oil.
Yeah.
And that was exceedingly beautiful.
Exceedingly beautiful, man. That's why now they say, is this the perfection of beauty?
Yeah.
Like, damn, crackheads and
Yeah.
and niggas wearing pants below their ass and shit, and you know, tattoos everywhere. Like, the fuck? How these people be the prince of the Most High? Princesses. You see our women are all harlots, so that show don't look good. You be like, it couldn't be the nation. That's why these Edomites children, they talk so much shit, because they ain't not gonna believe that we those people, that we Jerusalem. But the elites know, because they follow our history, and they the ones that's putting this shit up on us to, you know, to lure us into these abominable ways, man. Go ahead.
And thou didst prosper into a kingdom.
Yeah, prosper, and we gonna prosper into it. Now we turn it back to the Most High. Most High is doing that again. He's putting on our chains, our bracelets. He's fixing us up again for the wedding. We getting ready for the wedding, man. Like brother said, we're gonna be joined with the Most High willing. You know, Yahweh Shai in the sky. That's their wedding, man.
Yeah.
You know, go ahead. That's why it says go into the highways and as many as you can bid them to the marriage, man. Because the Most High is fixing his bride up. You know, go ahead.
And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty.
Yep. Yeah, we supposed to be renowned men, as beautiful men. You know. Now our renowned men got it's a defect in it. We always keep going back to Michael Jordan because he's one of the biggest selling, names in America. But his legacy is tainted and tarnished. You know what I'm saying? Because of him selling out. You know, I mean, our people still wear Jordans and all that, but now that we finding out the truth and there's America's falling. Our people, that didn't do nothing for our people, man. Chicago wasn't built up because of Michael Jordan. Supposedly he had $1 billion, billions and billions. He was an elite figure among our people. But ain't nothing changed in the projects where he came from. Cause he's sold his soul for an oath with the elites, man. Go ahead.
For it was perfect through my comeliness,
Yeah.
which I had put upon thee, saith the Lord power.
It was perfect. We were perfect, man, through his coming. That was the end of that, huh? 47.
That was verse 14.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
But thou didst trust in thy own beauty.
You trusted in your own beauty. Like a woman, you fix it up and then you be like, she start feeling herself. You buy a car, she think that, she start feeling herself, taking the car places she ain't supposed to go. She's talking to people she ain't supposed to talk to. She's flirting and shit. You like looking in the crowd like, is that my woman? Wearing her dresses are getting shorter and shit. She's starting to feel it. Israel start feeling themselves, man. Go ahead.
But thou didst trust in thine own beauty.
Yep.
And playedst the harlot.
And you played the harlot. Go ahead. That's why a woman do. Even at the job, she start flirting. He's just my boss. It ain't nothing. Next thing you know, she's sleeping with him and shit, man. Cause they ain't even supposed to give. You ain't supposed to give them a liberty to gad a bride, man. Cause you know what's gonna happen. They don't even know that the vibrations take place with certain things. You know what I'm saying? You're not even. Our women ain't even supposed to be working like that, man. You know. But that's the curses, of course. Go ahead.
But thou didst trust in thine own beauty, and playedst the harlot because of thine own renown, and purest out thy fornications on every one that passed by.
Yeah. Because your own renown, yep. Like a slucky, but even with the example of Jordan, people started talking about Jordan, how tight Jordan was, and everybody wearing his shoes, his shirts, and then next thing you know, you think you your own game and all that. You think you your own. They hardly mention Pippen and all the rest of the people that played on the Bulls. Even with Kobe, he passed, but in that helicopter they don't mention all the 8 others. They hardly mention that people that was with him on that plane. They mentioned just Kobe and shit. He became his own icon among his own people, his own renown himself, man. But that's not how the Most High work, man. We are body image. When one's supposed to prosper, you're supposed to pass that down to your brother. He's supposed to become rich after you. Your children's supposed to be rich after you. Go ahead. And then Kobe's children, he probably in the hand of, they're in the hands of the system. He ain't passed down no legacy to them. They locked down with this system just like everybody else. They're not special. You would think they would be because they renowned people, children of the renown, but go ahead.
And of thy garments thou didst take, and deckest thy high places with diverse colors, and playedst the harlot thereupon. And like things shall not come, neither shall it be so. Thou hast also taken thy fair jewels of my gold and of my silver, which I had given thee, and madest to thyself images of men, and didst commit whoredom with them.
Images of men, They made their own gods. That gold, their own gods, man. Like we say, even a nigga, you had the Jesus piece. You had niggas dying over chains and all that. That ain't supposed to be nothing. That ain't supposed to be nothing to you, man. But you use that and you murder for it, man. That's what Most High has said. And no, Most High ain't got a problem with us wearing gold and silver and all that. We special people, we could do that. But when you start murdering your own brother for a chain, for a damn Jesus piece, whatever they, all that bullshit, for a pair of Jordans, Most High angry at you, man. You got to be taken out, destroyed, man, with fire, man. Go ahead.
And tookest thy broidered garments, and coverest them, and thou hast set mine oil and mine incense before them.
Yep. Yeah. These shrines and different things they set up, going through rituals and all that. Thanksgiving. They pray before they eat all that abomination. They take their time to cook it and burn burn incense. They still our people still do that. They used to be heavy in the what 70s or 80s. They used to burn incense all the time. So you know that was in our culture. But now they don't, they don't care about the laws of the Most High. Go ahead.
My meat also, which I gave thee,
Yeah. Go ahead.
fine flour and oil and honey, wherewith I fed thee, thou hast even set it before them for a sweet savor.
Yeah, man. Hey, they burn pork right in front of you, man. The whole house. Pork up the block. You can smell it up the block. And they pray over it and join and call everybody to that feast. You know, to eat that same pork and all that. But when you come out with the dietary laws and say, hey man, we ain't supposed to be eating pork, they think you're a devil or something. This same book they use in the church, and it's written in there, people are damn hypocrites, man.
Yeah.
You know, the same thing that kills our people too, man. That pork kills you, give you high blood pressure, heart attacks, and everything. So you invite everybody, call everybody, hey, come and eat this sweet pork, this ham, honey baked ham. You know, you basically setting your people up to die, man.
Yeah.
You know, go ahead.
And thus it was, saith the Lord Power.
Yep.
Moreover, thou hast taken thy sons and thy daughters, and thou hast born unto me, and these hast thou sacrificed unto them to be devoured.
Sacrifice, you can read up on that industry sacrificing. Even in these streets, man. Like these bitches, a lot of these niggas too. The bitches, when they don't raise their children right and they just let them go out there in the street, they sacrificing their children into the streets, man. Or let them join gangs and shit. You know? But it's heavy in the industry. They'll sacrifice their children in a minute for a platinum, for a status, for an elite status in the system. You know, a masonry and all that. You know, a lot of these killings that these cops are doing. Well, I wouldn't say I know the percentage, but I know some of them are because of sacrifice. This families, the parents are Masons and they sacrificing their child to the system. You know. Go ahead.
This is thy whoredoms, a small matter.
You said what?
This of thy whoredoms, a small matter.
That's a question, right?
Yeah, eventually.
Okay, kind.
That thou hast slain my children and delivered them to cause them to pass through the fire for them?
Yeah. These people think it's a small matter to sacrifice their newborn child or, you know, sacrifice their children. He'll be in a better place, you know. Or the least will talk them into like, your child don't mean nothing, so sacrifice it. You know. Like we'll get you another child, or you'll get a contract, we'll got you, you know. You in an elite system. You're an elite family. That's how you get into elite family, sacrificing your children, man, to these devils. Go ahead.
And in all thine abominations
Yep.
and thy whoredoms thou hast not remembered the days of thy youth.
Yeah, you didn't remember the days of youth when you was learning from the Most High. When you was the days of Moses when he gave you the law. You know, go ahead.
And when thou wast naked and bare and wast polluted in thy blood.
Yep.
And
Go
it
ahead.
came to pass after all thy wickedness, woe, woe unto thee, saith the Lord Power,
Yeah, destruction unto you. Go ahead.
that thou hast also built unto thee an eminent place, and
Yep.
hast made thee a high place in every street.
Yep.
That thou hast built thy high place at every head of the way, and hast made thy beauty to be abhorred, and hast opened thy feet to every one that passed by.
Yeah, you open your feet to everybody that passed by, man. Just letting them embrace your heritage, take your heritage, rob you of your heritage, wear your jewels, wear your name. You know, you share with everybody, just like that Black Panther movie, man. It was a good movie. It showed us having power and all that, but at the end they was like sharing what they call it, uranium, sharing their stuff with all the other nations. We ain't gonna come together like that, man. You share yourself with these nations, they gonna kill you, man.
Yeah,
You know?
the quote unquote bad guy in the movie, he wanted to take over the nation.
Yeah.
He didn't want to share the power.
Yeah.
And that's the mindset that we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want to share this knowledge, share, you know, our resources and our land with all these other nations. No, I mean that's our stuff. Man. That's our heritage. You know, that's our customs. That's our culture. Man.
Hey, Jake did that back then, and then Esau hit him on top of the head and took his inventions.
Yeah.
You know, he said, "How do you do that?" You know, hidden figures. You know, they showed Esau how to do, and he hid that, man, and he put himself in the place of that. All them inventions that made by us, he painted himself over that. You don't hear about all these presidents. It was black formation before that, man. The first president, so-called, was black. What do they call it? President Henson or something? He was black. You know? I think it's Hanson. John. You know? The scientist was black. Now you got, all you hear about is Einstein and shit. Like he's the smartest ass motherfucker in the world and shit. We have many scientists, man. Where all them mentioned that? Every time somebody mentioned like some high scientific leader or known person is Einstein and shit. See how they lied, man. You know, go ahead.
And multiply thy whoredoms. Thou hast also committed fornication with the Egyptians, thy neighbors.
Yeah, that's what you're doing now with these Egyptians today, which are now the so-called white people. You know, go ahead.
Great of flesh, and hast increased thy whoredoms.
Great of flesh and increased thy whoredoms, man. Like we said, our women, our people, they doing straight what Esau's doing, dressing like Esau. If it's tight pants in the stores, they'll put on tight pants. They want him to put on a dress, he'll put on a dress. They want our women to be sluts. You know, they ain't nothing but coming out with slut songs, showing their ass. Every video you see is about you know, popping their ass and shit, man.
Yeah.
Every video you see, man. City Girls, Cardi B,
Meg
you
Thee
know,
Stallion.
Meg Thee Stallion, Lizzo, that fat bitch. You know, and all the other our people, man. The males too, man. The baby, that one that called himself the baby. Lil Wayne, he put a spirit out there. Now everybody's little this and little that, with that same gremlin voice, that gargoyle voice and shit. You know, now they making a culture out of that. Go ahead.
To provoke me to anger.
Provoke the Most High to anger, man. So when the missiles come, you can't say the Most High. It's not for nothing, man. You know. Go ahead.
Behold, therefore I have stretched out my hand over thee,
Yep.
and have diminished thine ordinary food, and delivered thee unto the will of them that hate thee.
Yeah, man. The will of this so-called white man, which is the New World Order. You know, blueprint for the New World Order. Our people are following the New World Order. That's part of the New World Order. Nothing but hoes, nothing but Jake selling themselves, sacrificing. That's what they do. The elites, they sacrifice their children. We just mentioned the Bohemian Grove. You know, they do that themselves. They eat, they commit cannibalism. So they want you to eat. They want you to eat meat, flesh of babies and all that. So they put it in the products in the stores, man. And the McDonald's meat. I know it might seem unbelievable, but that's what these wicked people do, man. And our people won't even look up the information. Look up Skull and Bones, man. The Bohemian Grove. They got pictures of them sacrificing babies, man. You know, and that's what our people are doing. Go ahead.
The daughters of the Philistines, which are ashamed of thy lewd way.
Yep.
Thou hast played the whore also with the Assyrians.
Yeah, those past captivities, which is all the captivities here in America. This is modern day Assyria too, man. Because we those same people. Go ahead.
Because thou wast insatiable, yea, thou hast played the harlot with them.
You have played the harlot with them, man. Go ahead.
And yet couldst not be satisfied.
And you still couldn't be satisfied, man. Damn. You just like this greedy American system. She can't be satisfied, this harlot. She want more blood, more Negroes and Latinos getting shot, mainly Negroes, more hangings, more money, more, conformity, more control. So much control that the tracking device ain't enough. Phones ain't enough. They want to put a fucking chip in your damn body, man. That's how they want to stamp their place in as controlling, as the heads of the. They wanna make sure you know that you theirs. Go ahead.
Thou hast moreover multiplied thy fornication in the land of Canaan
Yeah.
unto Chaldea, and yet thou wast not satisfied
But
herewith.
go ahead, Slaki.
Thou was not satisfied herewith.
Yeah, the Most High didn't want us to take over Canaan to become like the Canaanites. You know, He didn't want to. We're not, here in America to become the Americans. We're here in America to learn a lesson. Slavery. Coming out of slavery. Oh, Most High, that was a horrific thing, man. We're going to turn back now. Because if you went back to slavery where you were burning in ovens, and this ain't nothing. I mean, Jake, of course, he's getting shot by the cops. It's vexing. But getting burnt and placed in ovens and boiling water, that's worse than getting shot, man. It says famine is worse than the sword. They was starving us out during slavery, even when they besieged Jerusalem way back then. But they did some horrific things in slavery. Cut your 1 foot off and make you jump all the way till you can't even, till the dogs come eat your ass, man. Or make you think you had a sense of freedom to get away, and then send your dogs after you just so they can find you ate up and shit. Or let you go into another neighborhood or another city and be enslaved in that city. Remember, they was I think Yashawama, Elder Yashawama, he was saying that they didn't even tell the other slaves that they were free. They had to find out themselves. That's, damn. You in the field and you didn't even know that you free, so-called free. Like, damn, I don't have to be here. You didn't work 5 years over your your paperwork that told you was free. But that was a setup too, anyway. But that's how evil these devils are. So long they didn't even tell you who you were as a people. They ain't gonna tell us we Jerusalem. They ain't gonna tell us that we came from Israel. Even us knowing it, and the Most High giving us knowledge, wisdom, understanding, they still saying we lying and shit. How the hell, yo? If they knew how we looked at them, they look crazy, man. As the Jewish people, you gonna curl your locks up and shit, like, curl your hair up or whatever to make you seem like you got locks or something. Put on all black. You look like damn fools out there, man. Balancing bottles on your head, tap dancing in the middle of the street, man. You don't think the Most High is like, Most High woke us up to make fun, laugh at these people, man. Like, damn, these people, you ain't nothing like us, man. Go ahead.
How weak is thine heart, saith the Lord Power.
How weak is your heart, man? Because the Most High it says, awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. How weak is your heart? Because the Most High said he gave us everything, put a chain on us, fix us up. Then he said, go out there, let them know who you are. Let them know that you my wife. A representation of, of his beauty, of what he gave us. And then we get weak. Like you send your wife out, your wife go, like you find out your wife at the job. She didn't slept with her boss. Then she step in the door, she start crying. You be like, how weak is your ass? I told your ass that this was adultery. I gave you this house. You got my kids and everything. And then you're going to be like, how weak is your heart, your mind? Because these women today, they claim they independent. They got strong. Independent means you strong. You don't need your husband. You don't need a man. That's what Israel was saying to the Most High. I can make it on my own. But you all the way stranded in America and shit, and she don't give a damn about you. She's a harlot. You following her, and she got to return back to she got to report back to somebody. She ain't got no money. She's broke out there on the streets prostituting herself. So you be like, you stuck out. You don't know where to go. She ain't, and then she look at you like, why you following me? Like, you're not even of my people. Like I gotta return back to my own people. You know, I can't take care of you no more and shit. Then you just stuck and stranded. You just out there, man. Go ahead.
Seeing thou does all these things,
Yep.
the work of an imperialist, whorish woman.
Imperialist, whorish woman, man. Seeing that you do all those things, how weak is your heart? Go ahead.
In that thou buildest thine eminent place in
Yep.
the head of every way,
Yep.
and makest thy high place in every street,
Yep.
and has not been as an harlot, in that thou scornest hire,
Yep.
but as a wife that committeth adultery.
Well, see, you ain't even a harlot. That's what we said. You're not born. You're not made to be a harlot. You're a wife. You're supposed to be at home with your husband. But you have to at these clubs, and people think you're a harlot and they want to sleep with you. Read that again.
But as a wife that committeth
No,
adultery.
before that. Okay, sure.
In that thou buildest thine eminent place
Yep.
in the head of every way,
Yep.
and makest thy high place in every street,
Yep.
and that hast not been as an harlot,
But you
in
see,
that-
you ain't really a harlot. But go ahead.
and has not been as an harlot,
Yep.
in that thou scornest hire,
Yep.
but as a wife that committeth adultery.
But you are not a harlot, but you're a wife that committed adultery. So don't get it twisted, man. Cardi B is not the real our women. That's not the real image of our women. She's supposed to be married to a man or under the supervision of her father. You know, or righteous men. But everybody be like, oh, look at Cardi B. She's stripping in the clubs and she's pretty. She got a fat ass and all that. You know, she even tell you herself that her ass is fake, and they'll still run with it. But that ain't our women. You a white. You supposed to be somebody's wife or daughter, and you out there pretending that you don't have no foundation like that. You everybody looking like you like a whore. Go ahead.
Which taketh strangers
Take strangers,
instead of her husband.
yeah, instead of a husband. So that's what we doing as a nation, taking these strange people, and instead of going back to our maker, letting Edom come in, let them Elam come in, Moab come in, share food with them, share our thoughts with them, share our culture with them. Well, our people don't even got any culture. They teaching more these other nations hip hop and shit. That ain't really, hip hop ain't our culture, man. It's a part of what we done within this American system, but that ain't really. We better with music. We better than all this hip hop shit. Cause this hip hop shit has been sold, man. Best believe. That's why you got all this adultery on the radio. No conscious rap at all, man. These old niggas that was into conscious rap, they gotta make YouTube videos about their own they hits back then. But they ain't really flying today on the radio, man. Go ahead.
They give gifts to all whores,
They give gifts to all whores, man. You know? Go ahead.
but thou givest thy gifts to all thy lovers.
That you give your gifts to all your love, all these nations, man. The gifts that the Most High gave you, man. You know? The beauty that the Most High gave you. You know? The gifts of our culture, the Most High gave you, man. You give them to these other nations, man. Go ahead. That's like you buying your woman something, and then you see she done gave it to another dude and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's highly disrespectful right there. That's what Israel did to the Most High. He gave you all that fine linen, gold, chains, silver, and then you just gave it up to another nation. Goes back to that where it says, him that have no talents, he gonna get the talent that taken away from him. You know, Most High just gonna snatch all his stuff back. Go ahead.
And hires them,
You hire them through your whoredom, you know,
that they may come unto thee on every side for thy whoredom.
every side, man. You know, go ahead.
And the contrary is in thee from other women in thy whoredoms, whereas none followeth thee to commit whoredoms.
Yep.
And in that thou givest a reward. And,
They,
no
yep. Kind.
And-
You said that way.
and in that thou givest a reward, and no reward is given unto thee.
Yeah. You give a reward, but no reward is given to thee. You know, these nations ain't following you. They let you be a harlot by yourself. America's the biggest harlot, but the face of harlotry is our own women and shit. You know, when you become sluts, they like, nah, that's y'all, man. That's y'all's women. Go ahead.
Therefore art thou contrary.
Yep.
Thou art contrary. Wherefore, O harlot, hear the word of the Lord.
Now the Most High calling you a harlot for what you are. You know, that's like you calling a woman your wife, like a bitch. Like she ain't even called your wife no more. You so mad at her, you ain't even gonna call her what she likes to hear. You know, you gonna call her old harlot. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord power.
Yep.
Because thy filthiness was poured out,
yep,
and thy nakedness discovered.
Yeah, your nakedness discovered, man. Everybody see our nakedness through this media, man. Everybody know about Cardi B. Everybody know about Nicki Minaj. You know, everybody know about our women up in our nation. Us as a people, even the men, our nation, they know about us over here in America, man. In any other place that we are, man. Go ahead.
And thy nakedness discovered through thy whoredoms,
yep,
with thy lovers, and with all the idols of thy abominations. And
yeah, it's like you looking through a crowd and somebody's dancing in the center and you be like, damn, who is that? They clapping and she's twerking and you be like, you get to the center and you be like, damn, that's my wife and shit. You know? You gonna be angry as hell, man. Go ahead.
And by the blood of thy children, which thou didst give unto them.
Yeah, you gave your children into them, man.
Behold, therefore, I will gather all thy lovers.
If you want to know how our people are doing and our representation with what the Most High is doing with us, look at our women, man. They left their children up to these adoption agencies or whatever, these babysitters. They'll take them and they'll go to the club and not even give a damn about their children. You know, instead of watching in their own self, and it ain't like they ain't got nothing to do. It ain't like they on a job. They at the club and shit. Go ahead.
Behold, therefore I will gather all thy lovers with whom thou hast taken pleasure.
Yep, the Most High gonna gather all these people that you enjoy yourselves with. Go ahead.
And all them that hast loved.
Yep.
With all them that thou hast hated.
Yep.
I will even gather them round about against thee.
Yep.
And I will discover thy nakedness unto them, and that they may see all thy nakedness.
Yeah, they gonna stand around and laugh at us, man. You know, look, like I said, you in a circle. Now she went to stripping. Now they gonna be like, oh, this bitch is a, you know how how the husband shows up. Oh, like she ain't even no slut. She's a white, you know. You get a man that bring your ass on and grab her by the hand. They gonna laugh at her, man. Like, damn. I thought she said she was single. She said she was, you know, on her own and shit. And they gonna realize that you had a husband all that time. You were lying and shit. So they gonna see your nakedness, man. That's what these nations are seeing of us, man. But now they Most High is starting to have favor for us, fixing us up and putting us back into the spirit. So, you know, go ahead.
And I will judge thee as women that break wedlock.
Yeah, as women that break, not as a whore, but a woman that broke wedlock, man. You know, because you know what a whore is for, you know. But she could be justified on herself by being a whore. Well, this is what I do. I'm just a whore. But a woman that breaks wedlock and do that shit, you're gonna be like, wait a minute. Now you were married. So that's even more of a judgment, man. Go ahead.
And shed blood are judged, and
Yep.
I will give thee blood and fury and jealousy.
Yep.
And I will also give thee into their hand.
Yep. We gonna be into their hands. Go ahead.
And they shall throw down thine eminent place.
Yeah.
And shall break down thy high places.
Yep.
They shall strip thee also of thy clothes, and shall take thy fair jewels, and leave thee naked and bare.
You know how they do harlots. You know, I've seen them harlots that be on the street and somebody else finds them and they, like I said, rape them, take their clothes, you know, leave them naked in the streets, man. Go ahead.
They shall also bring up a company against thee.
Yeah.
And they shall stone thee with stones.
Man, they're gonna stone you as a harlot. And that's shown by what they doing now today, the modern day killing you in the streets. Cops, one of the prime examples, man. their power against Israel today, man. Go ahead.
And thrust thee through
Yep.
with their swords.
With their swords, man. Modern day sword is the gun. Go ahead.
And they shall burn thine houses with fire,
Yep.
and execute judgments upon thee
Yep.
in the sight of many women.
Sight of many women. Go ahead.
And I will cause thee to cease from playing the harlot, and thou also shalt give no hire anymore.
We ain't gonna be hired no more. Most High gonna fix us up, put us back in Jerusalem, and our women ain't gonna have to be harlots no more. Our sons ain't gonna be no sodomites, man. You ain't gonna have to, our women be thinking they gonna be doing this in some kind of, no, well, they don't even think of the kingdom. But they'll be twerking forever. They'll raise their children like that forever right here in America, man. We ain't gonna be doing that bullshit. Ain't gonna be no damn Cardi B's and shit and Nicki Minaj's in the kingdom, man. They gonna be righteous daughters that's gonna grow up to be women, princesses in the kingdom, man. Without that twerking bullshit, without that married to all these lovers and on stage in front of the whole world and the media. Ain't gonna be no Tyler Perry's and Modias in the kingdom, man. Go ahead.
So will I make my fury toward thee to rest, and my jealousy shall depart from thee.
Yeah.
And I will be quiet, and will be no more angry.
And the Most High won't be angry with us when we enter in our kingdom, when we perfect, man. But right now, the Most High is angry still with our people, like we are. We have a heart after our fathers, man. That vexes us. We don't, 2/3 are gonna get there, but that still vexes us because that's our people, man. It's like, damn. Go ahead.
Because thou hast not remembered the days of thy youth,
Yep.
but hast fretted me in all these things.
Yep.
Because therefore I also will recompense thy way upon thine head, saith the Lord of power.
Yep.
And thou shalt not commit this lewdness above all thine abominations. Behold, every one that uses proverbs shall use his proverb against thee, saying,
This is what's happening now. Go ahead.
as is the mother,
As is the mother,
so is her daughter.
so is her daughter. That's happening today, man. These women are raising their daughters to be sluts, man. Whores. Get your money. You know what I'm saying? When you get out there, don't give yourself up and get your money from these niggas because they'll try to play you. Then that's harlotry. She'll end up being a harlot, man. Because she ain't gonna get no money from the men. She ain't got no support there. So she gotta get it from the system, and the system teaches you to, get money any way you can, and those jobs end up being, the easiest jobs, I would say, slutting yourself on a pole, or nursing their children. A lot of these women are into nursing. You ain't supposed to be nursing these nations, man. At the end, they gonna nurse our children, man. They gonna serve us. So we ain't in our right state of mind, our kingdom, man. Go ahead. Our people, anyway, go ahead.
Thou art thy mother's daughter, that loatheth her husband and her children.
Yeah.
And thou art the sister of thy sisters, which loathe their husbands and their children.
Yeah.
Your mother was a Hittite, and your father an Amorite.
Yeah, that's gonna be the proverb, man. Like America is your mother and shit, basically. Harlotry is your mother. Those kind of proverbs, man. We know we're not Hittites. We know we're not. What's the other one?
Hittite and Amorite.
We're not Amorites, but that's a proverb because our people, go into these nations and they even call themselves that or depend on that or do the customs of these nations. Just like Yahweh Shai said, you are your father, the devil. The devil is not our father, but that's just what y'all niggas won't allow to happen. Go ahead.
And thy elder sister is Samaria.
Yeah.
She and her daughters that dwell at thy left hand.
You know what it said about America? A Samaritan don't enter any city of Samaria, enter ye not. But the Most High said, you're going to call your elder sister Samaria, man. Go ahead.
And thy younger sister that dwelleth at thy right hand is Sodom and her daughters.
Yep, that's the point on that, man. So basically, you embracing all these nations and you're going to become those. We got a few more. I should take it away. Isaiah 54, 4 and 1.
Isaiah 54 and 1.
Yep.
Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen, Thus saith the Lord that made thee, and formed thee in the womb, which will help thee, fear not.
Which will help thee, fear not. Go ahead.
O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jezreel, whom I have chosen.
That's 54, right?
Yeah, 44.
No, it's 54.
Slide. Isaiah 54:1. Sing, O barren, thou that didst not bear.
Yep.
Break forth into singing, and cry aloud,
Yep.
thou that didst not travail with child. For more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married wife, saith the Lord. Enlarge the place of thy tent, and let them stretch forth the curtains of thy habitations.
Yep.
Spare not, lengthen thy cords, and strengthen thy stakes. For thou shalt break forth on the right hand and on the left, and thy seed shall inherit the Gentiles, and make the desolate cities to be inhabited.
Yeah.
Fear not,
We gonna be on top. You know. Go ahead.
fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed. For thou
Fear not, we shall not be ashamed, because the Most High is gonna fix us up, man. We ain't gonna have no harlots out there no more, no sodomites out there no more, no trannies out there no more. That's a shame in the eyes of these, on our people, the eyes of these nations, man. They looking at us like, damn. Even though they got stuff like that in their nations, we didn't pit it, we the face of all that, man. You know, go ahead.
neither be thou confounded,
We ain't gonna be confounded no more. Go ahead.
for thou shalt not be put to shame, for thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth.
We're gonna forget the shame of our youth. Most High ain't gonna your sins shall be mentioned no more. Go ahead.
And shalt not remember the reproach
Yep. Reproach, go ahead.
from thy widowhood anymore.
Yep. Anymore. You ain't gonna remember that. Most High gonna get us out of here, man. Go ahead.
For thy maker is thy husband,
That's who is our husband, our maker, man, which is Yahweh. By Hashem Yahweh Shai, the Savior, his son. You know? So, what did it say?
for thy maker is thy husband,
Yeah, that's the Israel's husband. We're gonna be brought back into our husband. We ain't gonna be no harlot no more, man. We never were, really. Go ahead. We played in harlot, but go ahead.
the Lord of hosts is his name,
The Lord of hosts is his name. Go ahead.
and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel.
Yeah, Redeemer. He's gonna redeem us. Go ahead.
The power of the whole earth shall he be called.
The power of the whole earth, man. Ain't no power above the Most High, man. All these other nations, gods, it says in scriptures, are idols, man. Something that you can knock over and shit. That America take pride in these statues that are getting knocked down and shit. They don't mean nothing. They can't breathe, but America gets all offended because they fall down. They put that's where America is. They're carnal. They put their minds into these gods, these fake idols and all that. Go ahead. Money. Go ahead.
For the Lord hath called thee as a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit,
Yeah, you was forsaken, grieved in spirit. Go ahead.
and a wife of youth,
A wife of youth. Go ahead.
when thou wast refused, saith thy power.
Yep. When you was refused, man. Go ahead.
For a small moment have I forsaken thee,
For a small moment, man. This is a small moment, man. You know. But now we're gonna be lit, even going into eternity. Most High willing. Go ahead.
but with great mercies will I gather thee.
Great mercies, you know, where He gather us, man. Go ahead.
In a little wrath I hid my face from thee.
A little wrath, you know. He hid His face. Just like you know, you done with your woman crying out. She been playing, you be done with her. You don't even open the door for her. She knocks, locking all your doors. She got to walk up the street, beg for change, and beg for mercy from somebody else. The Most High is opening up the door now, man. Go ahead.
In a little wrath I hid my face from thee
Yep.
for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee. saith
Everlasting kindness. So the Most High is a power of wrath, but He's a power of mercy too, and of everlasting kindness, man. Go ahead.
saith the Lord thy Redeemer.
Thy Redeemer. Go ahead.
For this is as the waters of Noah unto me,
I think that was it. So the Jerusalem will be forgiven, man. You know. We have two more. Isaiah 52:3. So the Most High is going to redeem us by Hashem Yahweh Shai, which is a Savior. We're gonna be redeemed without money, because what does harlots use for to buy themselves, to get out of situations? Money. So we're not going that way of the harlot no more. We're gonna be redeemed without money. Go ahead.
Isaiah 52:3. For thus saith the Lord, ye have sold yourselves for naught,
Yep.
and ye shall be redeemed without money.
See, Israel sold themselves for naught. They'll sell themselves for a damn diamond ring or a chain or something, or a pair of shoes. But the Most High say you're gonna be redeemed without money, man. That means through the Spirit first, through this word, and then hopefully getting beamed up with the chariots, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's basically it. So America, man, about to be destroyed. This harlot, that rise up on the beast, which is NATO. You know, she got our women, seduced our women and our whole nation to being a whores. You know, and Most High is cutting that bitch off now, and he raising the righteous men up. Now our women are coming in, everything's falling back in order, back to the Most High. So we hope this America get destroyed sooner than later, and it will, because the prophecies are here, and when this harlots get done away with, destroyed with missiles, we going over there to take over the land, the elites, So with that, man, hope you brothers been edified. Giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to Apostle El's great millstone. Must I teach two brothers, teach word for the hope of elect. Shalom.